Alright, we're here in Central Park on a Monday evening. It's kind of twilight when I first set the camera up, and now it's dark. Maybe we'll catch some rush hour traffic. I'm sure we will. It's just about after 5 p.m. I was hoping to get that nice sky gradient on these 57th Street skyscrapers here. You got 53 West 53, got 111 West 57th, 157, 220 Central Park South, and 217 West 57th Street. Billionaires Row. And of course, 432 Park Avenue. It's kind of like another camera test of sorts, see what we can do in the dark. See how this thing works. Also, I gotta say, put up that first video. You guys are awesome. Got so many comments. I've got like no people following my YouTube. I just saw a dead rat there. Almost ran over his head. Yeah, I got like no people on YouTube. And you know, video has like 100 views or less, right? But man, I got like 15 of you guys, 16 people commenting. All you guys saying awesome stuff. I'm gonna respond to every one of you, I swear. So, keep doing that. It's cool. Here we are, Grand Army Plaza. I guess I could take my mask off. Manhattan Grand Army Plaza. That's the plaza. Up to the right there. And 57th Street. Oh no, so 59th Street, sorry. Yeah, usually 59th Street is a pretty crazy run this time of day. So I figured, why not? It's kind of got its own wave. It's a little spicy. Ooh, looking tight. Can't fit through that one. Yeah, last time I took this shit, it was crazy. It's like a life of its own. We haven't done a rush hour anything. I haven't ridden this street at rush hour in I don't even know how long. Man, look how busy this shit is. Ba, ba, ba. It's pretty fun though to jam through it. Take the Queensboro Bridge, unless I should do a little Lex wave, but I kind of just want to get home. If I take the Queensboro, I've got to take McGuinness Boulevard, which is like, I guess I don't have to, but it's just the quickest, most direct way. It's like a fucking racetrack though. Anyway, we're on 59th Street. This leads lights right to the 59th Street Bridge, aka Queensboro Bridge, and my personal favorite bridge in New York City. Now we're not using the gimbal today, so I'm curious if I go up and down like this, it makes the camera angle change pretty severely. It doesn't stay parallel with the horizon. We have the light. Do we have the cut? Yes, we do. Come on, Florida, pick a lane. nice to have the GoPro without the gimbal, man. It's so compact. It's a little cumbersome with the rig on there. Why you gotta switch lanes? Watch this. Audi's gonna cut me off. Yup. Got that Queensboro Bridge straight ahead. Also a very rideable roadway for anybody wondering. It can get a little fast on the way down. We're probably of the safer, if you could say such a thing. The lower roadway, that is. I do not like to take the upper. And again, mask up. Anytime you're gonna be around people, man, put that mask up. I wonder if this GoPro the battery will last all the way home. I feel like there's an e-bike right behind me. I'm on a scooter. I wonder, where's he going? I wonder if I could stay with him. Oh. This is so steep right here. Get a little draft. Yeah, buddy. These fucking guys. I guess you can't depend on them to be a reliable draft. Might be the fastest I've jammed up that. I guess we're still going uphill, huh? Ooh, got that cold air in the lungs. Damn. Haven't been riding as much. Yeah, a little effort. It just gets ya. Down. Yeah, this bridge gets pretty hairy. I remember when I first started commuting this summer, earlier this summer. I never commuted the normal 9 to 5 time, right? But I was for this garden job. And then the Cat 6 activity on this bridge in the morning. Wow. And for those of you not familiar with the term Cat 6, meaning like, you know, if you're riding, you probably have that friend, or he's maybe not really your friend, who like thinks he's real hot shit, and just would love to show you what he's got. You don't really want to be friends with him, but yeah, he's nice enough. Maybe he's a Fred, maybe he's not. Anyway, the guy who tries to race you, the weekend warrior, the super commuter, any type of race that goes on that's kind of unsolicited. Hey, N train. Got the old train running again. Anyway, Cat 6. Because, you know, Cat 5 is like the entry level racing. Cat 6 is that super commuter racing. Now, I'd like to meet the person who decided there should be double U-turns at either side of this fucking bridge. Every time I come down, this side's well enough, but like the Manhattan side, you have to go out of your way for a block and come back around. And they put these city bikes here so you can't take the full road anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to me. I'm just complaining. It's dark. I don't know if this video is even going to work. It's the 7 train rumbling above us. Speed it up a little bit to merge. Ew! So we're in Queens, headed back to VK, and we'll hit a left onto the Pulaski Bridge up here. Across 21st. Should we take the roadway? Maybe. Maybe not. Might actually work out this time. Eh, fuck it, why not? It's been a while. Forced me to get my legs going. This feeds right into McGuinness. Traffic. Oh yeah. Got that whole There's a lot of red brake lights. As usual, safest place to ride in the middle. Ooh, we're coming in hot though. Now, all these fucking cross streets here, I'm always so sketched because you really don't have that much line of sight. Those were actually kind of two close little calls there. You know, man, riding a track bike around though, you gotta just keep your cool and roll with it. Cause shit comes your way. All the time. Every time I ride, there's something that's gonna violate you or catch you off guard. You just can't react. You just gotta go with it. I guess you could freak out, but that probably wouldn't be very helpful. It's nice they repaved that section. Now McGuinness will go straight to the BQE, where there's an exit and an entrance ramp. 678, I forgot the number for the interstate, whatever. I don't even drive, why should I know it? Anyway, the BQE. At the BQE, or Meeker, this street turns into Humboldt, but the deviation stays the same and eventually gets you to the beginning of Bushwick Avenue, which we'll be doing a nice little run of, because it's my way home. You can't see it, but there's an old Polish guy smoking a cigarette in the safari van next to me. Yeah, I love checking out drivers when I'm riding. You know, over the years, you always catch them off guard. You just look into their vehicle, all unassuming. Oh, and they're all freaked out. Like, what is this bike doing? Well, there's not that much traffic on McGuinness after all. It's pretty empty for rush hour. Let's see what Bushwick looks like. Got a nice little tailwind boost here too. A little bit, not much. Feels like a lot after. I feel like the last week or so, man, it's just been riding into a headwind both ways. Every day. I don't know, maybe it's just been a long week. It can't be, because it's Monday. That was last week. I've had some very unsavory experiences on this road. Whether it's almost getting clipped by a cement mixer, or just running out of space and getting put into the curb, or usually it's some sort of combination with nighttime and rain and cold. But you kind of got to hustle on this street. Now you can really tell now because there's no wave of traffic with me, but if you're not going their clip, they are not happy that you're on this street. something interesting to think about is driver tension. How dignified they feel to tell you where you shouldn't be riding. All the streets with bike lanes, oh, they can't wait to tell you to not be riding there if you're riding the street. A lot of people just don't get it though. You know, what I may do might seem pretty dangerous, but I'd much rather be riding in the middle of the street than in a protected bike lane. Most of the time, there's exceptions. The Pulaski bike lane that they put in is actually really nice. The one that I avoided, picked the roadway. That's not really a good example. That's one of the few very functional bike lanes. Blah, blah, blah. I'll quit ranting now. It's bizarre too, because I just feel like I'm talking to myself. Kind of because I am. Except not really, because this is probably going to go on the internet. And the internet only writes in permanent ink. Still feels like I'm talking to myself. Which I do, especially like, hey bud. Oh, Jesus. Little lock skid. People wonder, what do you do if you have to hit the brakes? That's what you do. Do a little skirt. Normally you can just change direction like there. I didn't hit the brakes that time. Brakes are figurative too, by the way. Really all hit the brakes mean is skid to the side. Lock her up. Alright, so now we're coming up on Metropolitan. Probably my least favorite street. What we can do here, this is a little chicane. And this is the beginning of Bushwick Avenue. Oh, Bushwick Ave. Oh, how I loathe thee. Again, maybe I haven't iterated this yet. If you know me, you know I think this way. But those of you who don't know me, like on the internet, the double yellow line is the safest place to be. You stay in between those two little yellow lines. Kind of use the whole thing as your buffer here. But you have the most options. You always want to be somewhere where you have multiple ways to get around something, if something is to get in your way, you know? Obviously, oncoming traffic is harder to avoid than traffic that you're going with. But they both have their advantages. Either way, even if you're all on an avenue, you want to be able to put yourself somewhere. I think of it as osmosis. You know, which way would the water go? Which way would the air go? Highest density to least density. It's me on the bike, just trying to get through. Well, you know, if one gap closes up, 3 gaps close up, maybe you still have the 4th if you put yourself in the right place. Bushwick. This is probably my least favorite section of Bushwick Ave. I usually take Humboldt and then cut over on a, what is it, Borum? That poor lady got run over. Yeah, this street right up here, I think it's called Borum Place. Borum Street. Yeah, Borum Street. Humboldt to Borum, and then you usually merge with Bushwick here. As you can see now, it's all open. Whereas that little stretch there is always kind of treacherous with people double parked and squeezes and people running out. And if you're lucky, if you're real lucky, you get a skitch from Flushing to the top. Maybe you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't know. Never ride next to the police. Always want to buffer yourself. You never know if they're just trying to cross the street or grab you off your fucking bike. God knows that's happened before. I guess no sketch today. Got a really nice sketch up here the other day. First time in a while. You know, my thoughts on sketching is most people, well, let me start with just me, not most people. I like to sketch when it makes sense to sketch. And what I mean by that is there's a reason to begin with. Like you're trying to go faster or get up to speed, or you're going up a hill. Main thing, going up a hill. You can chase a car and try to grab onto it, but don't slow yourself down to grab a car. Unless you know, like say you're going over the bridge or something and you want to be catching a sketch. Then it makes sense to wait. Ask old man Thorman about that one. I don't know how many times he's gotten me with that fucking trick. But it's a risk, you know, it might not work out. But man, sometimes you're just riding and it's just right there. That wheel well, the handle, just begging to grab on, going the same speed as you. Hell, grab it, man. If it makes sense, it makes sense. Most of the time, though, a lot of people, when they try to sketch, it doesn't make sense. But who am I to judge? All right, this is Myrtle Avenue. Still on Bushwick Ave, and this is a fast stretch. And none of the streets really line up right here, at least until you get to DeKalb. So there's a lot of weird little offshoots. You got to worry about like this guy, if he's gonna cut me off or not. But I know there's that little smart car behind me, so probably not. This one here, Hart, I've seen people almost get nailed there multiple times. Lawton, this one. I mean, I don't even know how many times people trying to jet out and get onto that street there. Well, that's pretty smooth sailing. It's about as smooth as you can get on Bushwick Avenue. All greens up until Lafayette up here. And you're between the light waves, and then by the time you get to Linden, pops green for you again. You know, in general, man, most people, you're not in their way. You're not gonna get in their way. Just get through, make eye contact. I try to give people right away all the time. And vice versa, man. You just gotta get the visual agreement and make eye contact. And you know if someone sees you or not. Most of the time, you can just assume someone doesn't see you. You know, on a track bike, most of the time I do not run lights. I run in New York, that is. It's a very special case here. In other places, there's not as much street light. Definitely run lights. But here, if someone doesn't see you, they're more predictable. You can judge what their motions are going to be, how they're going to cut you off, when they're going to turn, all that jazz. And then you can let them see you. Look, see, like that's what I was talking about. See how this is just like right here? see, it's even still a little bit too slow. Like, I could pedal faster than this. So I just kind of jettison off and keep the momentum going. But that's what I mean, like, if that shit's right there, it's just begging to be grabbed. But you gotta look up ahead too, like, see mad heads go get a skitch. Meanwhile, I'm slowing down and they're trying to speed up. Like, you gotta look ahead to see if it makes sense to go faster. I don't know, one of y'all said in the comments, ramble some more. I'm certainly rambling on this ride. Not with where I'm going, but with what I'm saying. But, you know, ask me some direct questions, you know? I mean, I'm always game to talk about my mindset towards riding a track bike and certain etiquette, ways to be, how to do things. And you can ask three heads who are real good at riding. Oftentimes they'll be in consensus, but a lot of times they aren't. That's what kind of makes it work. Man, I hope we can race alley cats again sometime soon. I mean, we can, but I'm not gonna, because fuck that, man. I know how people be hanging out. And if I'm riding close to anyone, man, they're huffing and puffing, breathing all in my face. I ain't trying to do that. Oh, see, this guy's gonna cut me off to the left here, so I gotta get in front of him beforehand. And that's my turn. And that's that. Back to the hood. Let's die. This is about where I started the other video. There's a park right here. It's called Saratoga Park. Stuyvesant Heights. Yeah, that's that. I don't really know what else to say other than I guess this is the end of the video. Let's see if we can show the bike a little bit here. Number 22, track bike. Yeah, shout out to Muscard though, these fenders. Fucking love these fenders, man. Only good fenders for the track bike. And that's that. Peace. And again, I'm Cooper Ray. Thank you for watching. And continue to leave your feedback and give me some ideas. And yeah, I'm open right now. This is a learning experience. I'm just learning how to edit video, learning how to get these settings right to get this video looking good. And yeah, man, it really means a lot for you guys to say what's up and support. And yeah, man, until next time, thank you.